Hello everyone, I'm Minami NAGATA from BANASICK ZEMI. Thank you for giving me this kind of opportunity. Today, I would like to present my graduation thesis. My research topic is the strategies to improve educational problems in Sub-Saharan Africa. Two triggers got me interested in this topic. One was Kobe College class, and the other was lecture at the assembly hour. Through my Kobe College classes, I became interested in international relations, particularly poverty, education, and conflict. Therefore, I wanted to deal with these topics in my graduation thesis. While I was thinking about this, there was a lecture by Ms. Masako Yonekawa on the Democratic Republic of the Congo at the assembly hour. I was shocked by the content, became interested in Sub-Saharan Africa, and I decided to deal with the problems there in my graduation thesis. I'll tell you a little bit about Sub-Saharan Africa. It's the area and regions of the continent of Africa that lie south of the Sahara. It's famous for its oil and mineral production. However, as you can see from my topic, there are problems there too. In order to identify strategies to solve the educational problems in Sub-Saharan Africa, I conducted a research question: what factors prevent children in Sub-Saharan Africa from getting an education? To write my graduation thesis, I did secondary research. Through my analysis, I found out 3 factors that prevent them to get education: socioeconomic factor, health-related factor, and factors affecting education due to conflict. First of all, socioeconomic. It includes poverty, lack of infrastructure, and gender discrimination. Measures to address poverty will require scholarship, grants, provision of uniforms and school supplies, and learning support such as tutoring or supplementary education. This will improve their access to education and also improve their academic performance. As for the lack of infrastructure, I believe that equality of educational facilities among schools and improved road and sanitation services are essential. Table 1 compares the educational environment in schools in Tshwane, Gauteng, South Africa. As can be seen from Table 1, there are marked differences in the educational environment in the 3 schools. Schools with good infrastructure allow students to learn in a favorable environment. But in inadequate schools, students are likely to face challenges such as lack of classrooms and inadequate facilities, which will hinder their academic performance. Improved road and sanitation service are also essential. If roads are not maintained, access to schools for both students and teachers will be negatively affected. Sanitation service indicate toilets and hand washing facilities. Table 2 shows population using at least basic sanitation service, with each region color-coded by degree. As can be seen, there are many areas in Sub-Saharan Africa where few people have access to basic sanitation service. This situation has a negative impact on student health and hygiene week and makes the learning environment worse. With regard to gender discrimination, comprehensive education on menstruation, which is often considered a taboo subject, and education that breaks down stereotypes about gender are needed. The spread of false information and stereotypes, such as menstruation is unclean, is a cause for women to be looked down upon. To prevent this, education on menstruation is necessary. This education should include 1. What menstruation is, including how to use menstrual products, irregular period, and pain caused by menstruation. 2. The relationship between menstruation and reproduction. 3. How menstruation is viewed culturally. And 4. How menstruation is viewed by women in the community. I believe that with this education for both men and women, there will be less taboo about menstruation. In addition, education to break down stereotypes about gender is essential, and it can be done in schools, in the homes. I believe that by discussing gender stereotypes and promoting respect for individual personality and choice rather than judging by gender, they will not stick to stereotypes about gender. About health-related factors, it includes child health problems due to infection, sexually transmitted disease such as HIV and AIDS, and malnutrition. The control of infectious disease such as polio and measles, or sexually transmitted disease such as HIV and AIDS needs expansion of preventive measures. In infection disease, immunization and the provision of clean drinking water and sanitation facilities are essential. In sexually transmitted disease, immunization and the correct use of contraceptives are essential. I believe that crop suggestion and cooking instructions are necessary to combat malnutrition. Table 3 shows the prevalence of malnutrition in the African region. As can be seen, compared to the global average, the rate of malnutrition in Sub-Saharan Africa is very high. Japan International Cooperation Agency (JICA) found differences in calorie intake and the proportion of protein, fat, and carbohydrate in different regions. Therefore, it's important to grow crops that provide nutrients that are taken in low amounts by the people in the area. Education on proper cooking methods is also important. Ms. Masako Yonekawa mentioned that in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the cooking method they used resulted in the loss of nutrients. It would be beneficial for them to learn right amounts of heat and shorten the cooking time. Lastly, factors affecting education due to conflict. Educational disruptions are caused by conflict, and teacher quality issues have been cited due to teacher shortage and inadequate training. Conflict forces schools to close and deprives vulnerable educational opportunities. The introduction of remote classes and open sky school are solutions to this problem. Open Sky School indicates classes held outside without the school building. In order to solve the shortage of teachers and improve the quality of teachers, it's important to dispatch education specialists and volunteers, and to provide necessary resources such as training materials and textbooks. I explored solutions to educational problems in Sub-Saharan Africa in this graduation thesis. I hope that this research will help strengthen equal access to education in Sub-Saharan Africa and have a long-term impact on the students' academic performance and educational motivation. My solution is aimed at creating rich and meaningful learning experience for individual children. It's important that we continue to build an inclusive and sustainable educational environment in which we can grow and have a positive impact on future generations. Finally, this is a challenge for all of us, and it's essential that we mobilize the power of our communities. The variety of stakeholders can work together, including international organizations, NGOs, local communities, and of course individuals. We should all continue to work to provide equal opportunities for all children and to help them reach their unlimited potential. Okay, thank you for your time.
私は大学の授業を通してその貧困だとか教育と紛争について興味を持って卒業論文で扱いたいなというふうに思っていました。でその中で大学2年生の時のアッセンブリアワーで米川雅子さんという方がコンゴ民主共和国についての講演をされていました。でその内容にちょっとショックを受けて、でそのコンゴ民主共和国が属しているそのサブサハラアフリカっていう地域に興味を持ってそこを調べようと思いました。私自身実際に現地に行くっていうことはできなかったので、その先行研究を通しての研究だったのでこれでほんまに合ってるのかなとかっていう悩みがすごくありました。なんですがその研究を通して論文だったり本だったりから情報を収集したんですけど、その中でこの自分にはなかった考えだとか視点っていうのを取り入れることができたので、より意欲的に卒業論文に取り組むことができたかなと思います。一つ一つの授業が少数で開講されていたっていうのもあって、先生の一人一人へのサポートっていうのが手厚くてすごくありがたいなというふうに思いました。この卒業論文の執筆においてもゼミの先生と1時間教室で話し合うっていう機会も設けていただいたので、そういった面ですごくありがたいなというふうに思いました。私は国内の物流会社に就職します。その大学の講義だとかあと日常生活を通してその物流っていうのは私たちの生活にもそうですし、国の発展にもなくてはならないものだなというふうに感じました。で国の発展だとか社会っていうのを根底から支えることのできる物流っていうものに魅力を感じてこちらに就職します。
はい、ありがとうございます。頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございます。